teenagers with attitude. Jason, Billy, Trini, Zach, and Kimberly, who just so happen to know martial arts, gymnastics, tutor other students, care for the environment, and one of them can dance. Or basically, your stereotypical 90s kids TV representation of teenagers. Welcome to another rambling Power Rangers conspiracy theory. In the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, after Rita Repulsor is released from the dumpster, she sets her sights on Earth and attacks. We then cut to Zordon and Alpha 5. Zordon commands that they summon 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans, to which Alpha responds, "Oh no, not teenagers." The 5 teenagers in question get teleported from their local juice bar and brought to the command center to become Power Rangers. But why teenagers? Why these specific teenagers? Why not trained military or Air Force pilots, police, fire brigade, paramedics, like in later seasons? I theorize that the power coins and in turn the powers needed a quote-unquote worthy host in order to access the morphing grid. Let's take a look at the Blue Ranger Billy, for example. He's the brains of the group. In earlier episodes, he was shown as not being able to hold his own in a fight against the putties, but gradually he trained and became a better fighter and a better ranger because of it. But why would Zordon and Alpha choose him, when they've chosen someone like Jason, who's basically one of the best fighters in Angel Grove at this point? Jason is shown training and teaching a martial arts class like karate or something, and Billy's been seen in this class in a number of episodes, I believe. The point I'm getting at here is Jason is passionate about martial arts and tournament fighting. He teaches his own class at school or at the juice bar if I'm not mistaken, and is determined to be the best fighter in the world or something cheesy like that. We're going to do a lot of stretching and reaching for this theory, but bear with me, it'll come all to a close soon. Zordon and Alpha chose him, or maybe even the Power Coins chose him due to his determination and passion towards martial arts. Getting back to Billy. Billy tutors people from their school and is shown working on science projects, and after becoming a ranger he spent his free time studying the power coins, alien technology, and inventing cool gadgets to help fight against Rita and Zed. And he later gave up his powers in Power Rangers Zero to help out in the command center and study the powers pretty much full time. We can assume he's probably a big sci-fi nerd, and had a big interest in aliens and technology before the events of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He even falls in love with a female alien from Aquatup in the 4th season of Power Rangers. Perhaps Billy was destined to work in the science field, maybe working at NASADA, the Power Rangers equivalent to NASA. Just like Jason was destined to be a great fighter, maybe an MMA fighter or something. Or maybe Zordon always knew Billy would leave this planet to go live on another, and even that Jason, Trini, and Zach would leave the Ranger team in Season 2 of the Power Rangers. And I could draw parallels between all the Rangers with this destined to be theory. Jason with his fighting, Billy with his brains and knowledge of alien technology, Zach shown as a dancer, and Kimberly as a gymnast. That takes care of the overbearing and over-emotional part, but why teenagers? I'm sure you could find kind-hearted people that are trained professionals, like police and military. Well, if there's anything I've learned from children's television programs, are that a child's pure heart and desire for good to triumph over evil is more powerful than any type of evil scheme. And technically, teenagers are still kids, and our 5 specific teenagers who have determination and passion towards their craft, teenagers with attitude, if you will, are shown to have pure hearts. Both Trini and Kimberly have episodes about environmental protection, even if they do destroy a forest or a canyon in the Megazord, and all 5 of the Rangers express concern over people's safety, even if they do trash some buildings in the Megazord. My theory is that Zordon needed 5 teenagers with attitude because he needed people who had a lot of skill and potential, had positive attitudes, and had expressed interest in helping other people. He needed people who still had that childlike wonder, people with dreams and goals that they were working towards, and this is what let them tap into the morphing grid. Their attitudes towards helping others, their dreams and aspirations, and their childlike wonder of needing good to triumph over evil. But that's just a theory. I could also use this theory to defend Justin from Power Rangers Turbo. At the start of the series, the rest of the Rangers are seen graduating, and we could theorize that Zordon brought Justin on to kind of counterbalance that, someone who still had a childlike wonder and ordered the fact of being able to drive and pilot a Megazord versus the other people who had been seasoned rangers and had worked and fought against evil for the last few years. A lot of this information comes from my own personal knowledge of the Power Ranger universe. I have looked various things up, and I will include links in the description. But if I've gotten anything wrong, please feel free to point it out. And may the power protect you always.